What's up, YouTube fans and movie fans alike? Welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment. Well, came home today, figure out might as well just go see The Conjuring 2 that came out this weekend. So, if you want to know about this movie, just letting you know, no spoilers, but just letting you know this movie is pretty creepy. But, okay, so basically it's about the Warren family, and now they have to investigate a new entity that's happened inside of a home in London. And by the way, this movie is directed by James Wan once again. And so basically what happened was this little girl, she gets possessed by something, a demon or whatever. Or a ghost, if you want to call it that. And, you know, this movie has, the first movie when it first came out, it basically, you know, brought back to life, if you want to say that, to the horror genre. Because, you know, horror movies, you know, we had the Saw movies, they were great. Then it started getting to be a point where you're like, okay, here comes 3, here comes 4, here comes 5, and like, yeah, can we get something new and fresh? So then The Conjuring first came out, and totally woke up the haunting of all scary movies. So now in number 2, you have the Warrens again. Now they have to investigate this new threat that's happening to a family inside London. So, apparently this movie is based off a true story. Who knows how much it is? We don't know. But this little girl, she gets possessed by something. And things start happening where they want the family to move out. Everybody thinks, you know, the whole town thinks she's making it up. And now the Warrens have to come in and basically investigate what's going on. And a lot of crap happens. And, you know, from paintings getting moved, furniture moving around. Basically, this is like a remake of The Exorcist, but a lot more creepier. And what I like about this movie is that James Wan, I think the guy knows how to really make a movie creepy. This movie is dark, because it obviously takes place, you know, a lot of the creepy jump scare stuff happen at night. And he really knows how to work the camera with it, you know? I mean, there are certain scenes in here, I'm like, I know there's a jump scare coming, but then when it hits you, you're like, whoa. You kind of get goosebumps in your arms when it happens. It's not like one of those jump scares in, like, you know, the Paranormal Activity movies where you know it's coming and then it happens and then you just stand there but like, yeah, that wasn't scary. This, other hand, yeah, this might give you a little couple of, you know, like, whoa moments, you know? Happened to me, I have to be honest. I kind of jumped a little bit in certain scenes. It was just because I did expect it, but the way he shot it made it feel more realistic than other movies do. So, I thought that was really handled well. The story of this movie is really crafted as well. Not only is the Warrens who have to investigate this particular incident in this house in London, they also have to dealing with their own kind of issue. Something happens between them where they got to deal with that in themselves, and you know, psychologically in the mind, they're like, I don't know if we should keep doing this anymore, but something happens to this house that they gotta go there, and then it brings them closer to, you know, to deal with not only their problem, but the problem for the family too. It's a pretty smart movie, this movie is. A lot of talking, but in the way that the talking happens in this movie, it's not like it drags on where you don't know what the story is. You're very interested in the story, you know, you wish you learned more about it. But it's fun. Like I said, the jump scares worked. The little girl who was kind of being possessed, I don't know about her. She's very good in this, like very believable. Like if you go back and watch the original Exorcist and see how that girl was being possessed and how she made it work in that movie, put it that way in this one, Modern Time, it works. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great. Like I said, James Wan once again proves why today's day he's probably known as one of the best horror directors out there. The guy knows how to work the camera and make things happen in a creepy way. There's a scene, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a scene involving one of the kid who possessed younger brothers in the hallway. Beyond creepy. It's dark, he shows how long and dark the hallway is. It's just bizarre, you know? Things start happening here and there, and then you're like, yeah, I don't want to live in that house. That house is just too creepy, you know? So, you know, if I had a, you know, mind couple of problems here and there, There's a point in this movie where a certain thing happens, and it kind of looked a little too cartoonish, if I want to put it that way. I never really expected something like this from him, but you know, it kind of felt a little too. You know, it was necessary for the movie. I just felt like, you know, the CGI for it couldn't have been better. You know what I'm saying? But when you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. You'll see the certain scene. You know what I'm talking about. But other than that, I just felt this movie was creepy, and maybe have chills a little bit. And I saw this during the day, people. You gotta understand this. I saw this movie in the day. The theater was dark, and it made it more creepier that way. I don't think if I would have went and seen it at nighttime, it would have been even darker and creepier. But like I said, this movie, it works in so many different ways. James Wan, once again, proving that he's very good with this kind of stuff. That's why I trust him to do other movies, like action movies, because he knows how to work the camera, and he knows how to work with his actors, and his, you know, his writing is pretty much perfect. Even though he didn't, I don't think he wrote this movie, but the team that he had wrote it, helped him with it, perfect. And you know, I'm looking forward to the third one, if there is a third one. So yeah, you guys gotta check this out. I highly recommend it. If you're one of those people who are really, you know, believable of the church stuff, I highly recommend not seeing this movie, because this movie is kind of creepy. A lot of things happen in this movie that, you know, religious people probably would not want to watch this movie, because, you know, I'm a religious person myself, but you know, there are certain things I know and don't, you know, I believe and not believe, but I'm just saying, there are things in here like, whoa. And, you know, you got in the back of your mind, is this actually based on a true story? They say it is, but we have no idea how accurate it is. But yeah, I still think this movie is good. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give this movie a 10. I really, really, really liked it. I haven't been creeped out of a movie like this since The Exorcist, since the first Exorcist. And I was a little kid when I saw that movie, and you watch it now, it's kind of outdated. But feeling creeped out in a movie, it's a good thing, because if you go to a movie like a Saw, like a sequel to a Saw or Paranormal Activity, and you know what's happening, but when you watch this movie, you know what's happening, but you're still intrigued of it, you know what I mean? So, there you go. I think it's a great movie. I think James Wan did a fantastic job again. Maybe he'll do an Annabelle movie, who knows? I think he's doing Aquaman next, but who knows? So, let me know what you think and leave a comment below. And have you seen the first Conjuring, and what did you think about that movie? I thought that movie was great too. So leave a comment below, let me know what you think. And if you've seen this movie, let me know what you think about this movie too. And also, if you've seen Annabelle, same thing. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think. So thank you, and have a good day.